that too. Kudos to them. That's my thing.
I'll stop there and I'll play the commercial. Of course, there was a commercial. This whole thing is well planned. Let's roll it, shall we?
What's going on, bro? Come on. You way too old for this, man. Yo, Bryce, where your keys at?
Michelle, 1 to 10, how bad do you hate that?
It is. I almost wish my my family could just be kidnapped and taken hostage for life rather than ever seeing that again. So I don't know. Is that a 1?
That was
Did you love it?
No, it was pretty brutal, but honestly, it's
Okay, good.
again, the whole concept and the idea of it, I do love. I think it's one of the cooler things that's ever happened in sports. I think it's awesome. The commercial is a little tacky, but again, it's awesome. And obviously this has been in the works for years now, and to see it come to fruition, I think is really cool. But I'm on the same page as you are with the commercial. I'll be honest with you.
Listen,
yes, please,
we can use this whole first segment. I'm gonna keep fighting for it. This is not like a protege of LeBron. This is not like a kid that grew up in his neighborhood. He changed that kid's diapers. This is dope. Like, Beadle, if we do run it back for 20 years and you have a beautiful daughter and she may not be, I'm gonna ring it up to give her a chance to share this moment with you.
Well, hold on.
Well, go ahead.
But here's the thing, Lou, because those of us who tend to skew cynical, myself, we don't see this necessarily as a moment a parent is giving a great opportunity to their child. It looks more like, now let's just say last night was the big 3 minutes in the NBA that Bronny James got. And all right, cool. It happened on opening night. You go to the G League, whatever happens, happens. Maybe you don't come back. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't ever have a real career. Then what this will always look like in the end is that it was more about LeBron. It was about LeBron's goals, LeBron's desire to be that guy. Always. And so for those of us who are just rolling our eyes at sort of what I call manufactured history, I actually feel for the kid, because you do a commercial like that, this kid who has not done anything yet, it looks bad. It's just bad optics. Like, if you really want your kid to have a chance to be somebody in a league, then you let him try to go be as normal as possible and make his own friends, get his own group. But he's just out there with his daddy. He's like, wherever daddy goes,
but that's also
there's no normalcy in your life.
I know, but if he fails, then this was always a gimmick. If he's great, people will never believe. I feel like it's too much. That commercial was too much. I want this kid to have a shot. That doesn't feel like it.
Listen, commercial aside, this kid is on the cover of Men's Health magazine. Like, it is what it is. His name is Bronny James Jr. There are going to be situations where it looks unfair or it looks whatever the case. I thought the commercial was dope. Again, clean up my driveway. That is your son. He's not the first kid. Lou Williams. Listen, cars get popcorned and Fruity Pebbled all day, every day. So if you're going to do it, what cooler way to do it than it be your actual son? That's my whole thing.
I think it is what it is. This situation, we can nitpick this all season long because is it fair? Is it not fair? The fact of the matter is history happened. It's the first time that this ever happened, and we don't know if it'll ever happen again. So I agree with Michelle. The commercial is a little eye-rolly and a little cringe. But also, I agree with Lou that it's also really, really cool. And that does happen all the time with rookies and vets. Like, now is it on a national ad for everyone to see? No, this is just like Dalton Connect's cars getting popcorn today. It's not on a commercial. You know what I mean? So there's different media, there's different notoriety, but that comes with being the GOAT's son. There's always going to be, if he stinks, if he's really good, it doesn't matter. It's always he's unfortunately or fortunately, he's LeBron James' son, and that's what he's going to be known as forever. Which, fair, not fair, that's what it is. Hopefully, he can find a way to find his own role, his own niche in the NBA. But for now, listen, it is what it is. He is LeBron James' son that played with LeBron, and whether you like it or not, that's what happened, and we don't know if it's going to ever happen again.
God, I hope I'm alive to see it. Anywho, there was an actual game last night. And Anthony Davis, by the way, a guy who's gotten tons and tons of coverage, good, bad, and ugly over the course of his career, had a nice one last night, which really gets buried. What minute are we in right now on the show? 16. But let's talk some Anthony Davis, shall we? He was great. We mentioned the point total, 36, 16 rebounds. I feel like we start each season of an Anthony Davis year with what kind of a year are we looking at? Is this the year? Like, how are we thinking this is going to play out for him, Lou?
Hey, maybe this is what AD needed, a little distraction so he can go out there and kill everybody and put the league back on notice. You know, the only thing that's ever stopped Anthony Davis from being a dominant top 5 player in this league is just him being healthy. When he's healthy, when he's on the floor, he's one of the most impactful players in the game, bar none. You know, this is why LeBron wanted him in LA in the first place, to have someone to do the heavy lifting on the nights when he couldn't, you know. So I still don't think this Lakers team has enough to be in title contention with AD playing like this, but this was damn sure good to see, and this was a great start to be hopeful to see that. So
yeah, a couple of things stood out to me. First of all, I love when a guy's coming off like an Olympic year, right? You could tell Anthony Davis was in shape. He's been playing all summer long, and it showed. He looked great last night. He looked bouncy. He looked aggressive. And a lot of times the knock on Anthony Davis is come end of game, he kind of floats around. He scored or assisted on the last 13 of 15 points for the Lakers. He was their closer. He started the game. Like, he was aggressive throughout. He never disappeared. He never vanished. He was the guy. He was awesome. 13 of 15 from the free throw line. So he was being physical. So listen, do I think he's going to average 36 and 16? No, but for the Lakers to have any sort of shot, they have to have this version of Anthony Davis. And they've surrounded him with the same consistency of guys that he's played with last year. So the Lakers, an advantage they also have, they don't have to go through this kind of feel out first date, you know, developing chemistry. They have the same guys. Rui, D'Lo, Austin Reeves. Of course, they added a couple of rookies and some pieces, but for the most part, this is the same team, which I think will help them early on because they don't have that feel out process that a lot of these other teams have to go through. So this was awesome to see Anthony Davis. This was the version of Anthony Davis that we love to see, that is capable of doing it every single night. Now, can he build on this? Can he stay healthy? Because the Lakers are going to need him to be dominant. But this was a hell of a start. Congrats, JJ Redick, on his first win as a head coach. That was awesome. And this is a great start for the Lakers to, you know, do work at home, get rid of the circus now of following of Bronny, and now just focus on the season and them getting better each day, because they're going to have to be this good and consistent to have any sort of chance.
That AD is terrifying. Terrifying.
You just reminded me about JJ Redick being the head coach. Like, that is 20 minutes into the show, didn't cross my mind one single time that JJ Redick was the coach. Congrats on him having his first win. And so now that Bronny is going to go on to his business, are we going to give JJ Redick the same energy as far as guys that get jobs that you can potentially say,
hell yeah,
you could go to somebody else? Like, these things happen in the NBA, and JJ Redick looked like he's off to a great start. So shout out to him and the Lakers. I hope he has all the success in the world.
Wait, Lou, are you saying that JJ Redick got also his job because of LeBron James? What is going on here? Is this a conspiracy?
I want to know. I just want to know who got the game ball. Was it the James family? Was it JJ Redick? Was it Anthony Davis, who literally dominated and carried them to a win? I don't know who got the game ball, but it was a great moment for the.
Who's your vote, Chandler?
It's got to be JJ Redick. First game, first head coach, big win. Like, it's got to be him. But man, it could go a bunch of different ways.
Yeah. It really could. What a time to be alive. There was a first game. By the way, we were at an event last night where this game we sort of